G'day, and welcome back to Completely Stupid, the show about stupid people doing completely stupid things with your host, me, the Australian idiot, and let's get into the clips. This lady decides to block the front door of an apartment complex because she doesn't believe that this black guy actually lives in this apartment complex, and in spite of saying that he does, and refusing to give out the unit number because, you know, that's just not a thing you give to a random person, she continues to pester him the entire time.
Please move, ma'am.
I can. Do you live here?
I'll answer that question. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. The keypad is right there.
I understand that, ma'am.
You can film me. That's
okay,
fine.
I understand, ma'am, but you're blocking me.
Into my building.
Okay, and
Okay.
it's my building as well, so I need you to get out my way.
Okay, what unit?
I don't need to say that information. So excuse me, ma'am.
I'm uncomfortable.
Excuse me. Okay, you can be uncomfortable. That's your discretion. You're uncomfortable because you're you. I need you to move out my way, please.
No.
Ma'am, please stop touching me.
I'm not touching you.
You just was previously before.
I'm not touching you at all.
So I'm going to step in where I live
I'm not
at.
touching you, and I'm not in any way doing anything outside of letting my dog go to the bathroom.
Okay, and I live here and you're blocking the door.
What unit?
I don't need to tell you that. What unit do you live in?
307.
Okay, great. I'm on the 4th floor. Excuse me.
No. You don't have a key fob. You are... No.
No. Ma'am.
If you have that, then okay.
Ma'am, you're not security. You're not the property manager. You're not Mike Herman.
No, but I live here.
Okay, and I live here too. You're not Mike Herman. You're not Rick.
I don't like the fact you have your phone in my face.
Okay, I don't like the fact that you're blocking me for where I pay.
All I'm asking is what unit.
But you're not. I don't need to tell you that information, ma'am.
If you want to come into my building.
It's not your building. You're not the owner. You pay rent.
Sir, you walked up on a street.
Yes, and I've already buzzed in. I've already used
did not.
Okay, man, it does not even matter. Can you get out of my way?
No. Can you show me the key fob into this building?
I'm not showing you anything. And the second, ma'am, I'm bound to walk through where I live at. So.
No.
Okay.
Can you show me the key fob into this? No.
Excuse me.
No.
Excuse me.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
Call the police, whatever you want to do.
Where are you going? Do you have a key fob that looks like this? You can film all you want. I'm not being rude. I'm not being disrespectful. You walked into a building that I was taking my dog out and pushed your way in. No. Who are you going up to the 4th floor to see? No, I want to know who you're going to see.
So now you're going to follow me.
I am.
Why?
Because I would like to know who's friends and why you're here.
Because I live here.
And if you do, then I would like to meet you because you're a neighbor. And
You didn't start off on a good note. I don't want to do no dealings with you. I'm going to my house. Where I live at, where I pay.
I would like to introduce myself then as a neighbor.
If your apartment complex requires the use of those card fob thingamybobs, then surely they would have one of those inside of the elevator so you can go to your appropriate floor that is only accessible via your cards or cards for the people who lives on those floors. If it's got a staircase, surely there would be a door at the bottom level just to stop people who manage to sneak in through the first door from getting any further in. I don't know about you, but it seems like this is a very potentially racist thing. I don't know. It just seems a bit unnecessary, especially the consistent pestering. Okay, if you live here, what unit do you live in? Huh? And then at the end of that, she's just like, I just want to know if you live here because I want to introduce myself as your neighbor. Well, you've made great first impression that I don't think I would ever want to be your friend in spite of us living in the same building. Come on. OP gets a 24-hour notice from their landlord, letting them know they're going to have some people over to do a showing of their apartment. But OP says, hey, I'm not going to be home tomorrow, no one's going to be home tomorrow, and we're not comfortable having you walk around with strangers when no one's there, when we're not there. Anyway, after this, these guys go home a little earlier than what they probably intended or something along those lines. Either way, they turn up at the same time the landlord's over with these people showing them the apartment, and this happens.
You can't come into our house
You
without our
texted
consent.
me yesterday and said, can I do a showing? And I said, no one will be home.
No, but doesn't mean that we cannot do the show.
Well, no, but we've expressed we're not
What?
comfortable when someone's here.
We've told you you can't come inside our house.
You can't just like
Well,
disregard
we'll
our
have to talk
comfort.
about this, guys, but I have to do the showing. So
Yeah, but you
cannot-
can't do a showing if
But it's 24-hour notice, I can't.
we've never signed the N11 forms. What are you talking
You
about?
can't do that.
You can't. This is like trespassing.
You're
We've told you
entering
you can't come into our
illegally.
house. And you came into our house to do a showing. Sorry, guys,
Anyway,
but
that's-
like,
that's-
No, like this.
like, he can't do this.
I did give you notice.
We'll step out. No, you guys. I'm so sorry.
No, sorry.
No, I'm so sorry. You guys.
You're all good.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
It's not your
It's not
fault.
your fault. Told you we don't feel comfortable with you coming into our house.
Well, I don't come without a notice.
It doesn't matter though.
But
we have to give you
express our
permission.
discomfort.
And I even like told you in the text we don't feel comfortable with you coming into our house when nobody is home.
But I cannot know when somebody is home.
Well, we
right? So
allow
if
I
I
told
give-
you.
If no, but if I give you notice.
No,
right?
no,
The
Sergey, I'm
24
sorry. I've been giving you the benefit of the doubt this
Okay.
entire time,
Okay.
but this is where I draw the line. You can't do this.
So okay, so what is the line? So if I ask with the 24 hours, so you told me very clearly, 24 hours, right? It cannot be-
24 hours, we have to
Right.
give you permission.
We're allowed to express
you-
our discomfort.
You've said, you worded it in a way where it's like, can I
Okay.
come?
Okay.
You have to give us 24-hour notice.
Yes.
If we sign the N11 forms, yes, you just need to provide notice, you can come in. We have not signed those forms. So you can't come in,
So, but-
especially when I've
But
said...
with this logic, like I cannot come at all, right?
No,
I
you
cannot-
can come. Did you not come the first, like, you've come a few times, and I've given you permission to enter my home,
Right.
and
None
you
of
just,
us were
like,
present.
completely invaded our privacy by coming into our house.
But you almost like trying to imply that we're doing something here, just basically showing the place. We're not
It's our
touching
house.
this.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's
We
our house,
deserve
and
our
as tenants, we
privacy.
have
Yeah.
rights, and we've expressed to you that we don't feel comfortable. You know, we don't know these people. We know you. We don't know these people.
But I'm walking with them every
It
step
doesn't
of the
That
way.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You still need, like, permission.
Choices were made here. Depending on the state in America, this is probably fine. Again, depending on the state, depending on other things, depending on various different things. It's confusing. I don't know where this is, so I'm not going to make assumptions on that. Either way, it was a choice for the landlord to do what he did, especially considering that his tenants ended up arriving back at the house whilst he was still there with the prospective tenants, which are probably not going to want to look at this apartment any further because, you know, they just found out the landlord's not exactly a great person with choice. Here we have an old lady who gets herself into a bit of an accident and seems to be a bit off the nut case here, you know? So let's just see this interesting interaction, right?
Damaged.
My car is
Is
damaged.
where? Is
Right
your...
here. If you want to see, you can
Oh,
come over.
shit.
Why are you hitting my car, lady?
Because it's not damaged. You bitch. Would you tell her to get away from me? She's crazy.
Just talk with her, and
It's not damaged.
I mean, usually what you're supposed to do
You don't
in an
have to-
accident
yeah.
is we exchange information.
Bitch.
You don't have to do that.
You're a crazy bitch.
Is she driving away?
Have a license plate?
Yeah.
Huh?
I got it now. She just drove away.
I know there wasn't any visible damage, but isn't that just a hit and run right there? They just left the scene of an accident without providing any information of anything whatsoever. And also, is it just me or did she almost hit that Mitsubishi up there? Like she was going to be driving head on into it until last moment, slightly swerves into her side of the lane because, you know, she was driving down the middle of the car park lot. You know, these are people's lanes, buddy. You got to go into your lane. It's not just your road. What a nutcase. This next one's a very interesting situation. So here's the gist of the story behind here. Basically, American Airlines had this flight that they needed to get some people on. Unfortunately, they couldn't get any people onto it, so they found a collection of people who were going to a certain direction, and they saw an opportunity to go like, hey, could be used as a form of connection flight for that destination that these guys are all going. And they offered them like, hey, would you be kind and go onto this plane for us? We'll supply you with hotels and everything you need for your stay in this area for that brief period before you take your flight to your actual destination. We'll do this and this, yada yada yada, like all these types of promises to make people's lives easier, just so American Airways didn't have this one plane having not be filled to capacity or something on those lines. Anyway, they get to this location and it turns out that actually no, they don't want to give them that hotel anymore.
Hey Ryan, one more thing. Ryan. Okay, Ryan, you've got 15 people here. You've promised a hotel room and you won't even speak with us? This is how American Airlines is going to do. You're not even going to speak with these 15 people here asking you where you're going to let us sleep for the night, Ryan? Wow. American Airlines, Dallas, he promised y'all a hotel room, right? He promised y'all a hotel room? I'm recording all this. He promised y'all a hotel room too? Promised me one.
We were told we'd come here and they would get us a hotel.
And there goes Ryan. So can you tell me that one more time? You told me
I've already advised you, and there's cameras everywhere recording both you and I, okay?
Right, good. Now, I've got camera recording me too. So you're saying even though y'all promised me a hotel room, I'm here now, you're telling me there's not going to be a motel room, that me and my 2-year-old granddaughter need to sleep on the airport floor is what you're telling me? And that even though Dallas-Fort Worth has plenty of hotels, you're not willing to get us a hotel even though you told us you would get us a hotel? Your silence is admission of guilt, ma'am. Okay, so this is how American Airlines run things. Are you going through the same thing, sir? They promised you a hotel too?
Yes.
But she told you she didn't want to talk to you, right?
No, I'm going to talk to her after your this thing.
Okay, well, I think I'm done here. American Airlines is leaving us in the airport after promising us they would get us a room.
Okay, ma'am, is it my turn now? Hello? Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, ma'am.
She said she'd talk to you when she got through with me. This is American Airlines customer service. I need to video you, though, real quick, admitting that you heard all of that, because I'm going to sue.
I'm going to be honest, I was listening to the man. I was paying attention to the man that needed attention for EMS.
Right. But you did.
I heard y'all having a conversation, but I was focusing on the man.
But you heard her say that I was not going to be able to fly out
that
tomorrow.
You weren't going to be able to
punishment.
fly out, yes.
Right.
I did hear her say that you weren't going to be able to fly out.
She stuck me in the airport overnight, and now she's telling me I can't take my flight that I'm booked for in the morning because she didn't like the way everybody was mad.
I'm not sure exactly why she banned you, but you're banned from this
But she
flight.
told me it was punishment, and you heard her say that, right?
I heard something about punishment, but I'm not sure what. I was paying attention to that. So I will need to escort you.
Okay, I need this for my records. Why am I being kicked out of the airport?
American Airlines banned you from that flight, and you can give them a call. I'm not sure they banned you.
So even though they promised me a hotel room, now they're kicking me out of the airport into the street, and I have to sleep in the street tonight.
Okay, so I just have to escort you to the public side since you no longer have a valid.
Okay, well, you got to wait on my entire family. I've got a screenshot of the hotel room they promised us, and then here's the hotel room we got. You like our hotel room, Scarlett? Yeah? It don't take much to please you, does it?
I genuinely just don't know what to say with this one. It's kind of wild to the fact that like they couldn't handle dealing with angry customers because of decisions they had made previously and their decision to not fulfill promises that they had given these customers, to the point where they even call in the local police in order to kick them out of the actual airport itself. It's just... I don't even know where to begin with that one. It's just literally insane that this is how they decide to treat the situation. They make all these promises. They go like, hey, you can take this, will you take this flight with us? We'll provide you a cool hotel room. Look, here it is here. When you get there, and then they just don't. They just don't. They refuse to talk to the customers properly. They refuse to actually find a way to find a solution to this problem they've now created, because it's not like it's just like the family in the TikTok here. There is quite a few other people who are involved in the situation who are now don't have anywhere to stay for this night, and they're just sitting here for a layover that they didn't need to take in the first place, but did because they thought they'd be nice. I don't know. I think they'll think twice before doing that ever again. Or we need to fill some seats here. Do you guys want to get your flight a little bit earlier or something along those lines and get a free hotel stay at this place? Yada, yada, yada. Cool. And then just not fulfill that. That's like... Actually, question, if there was a contract, like, would this be some form of verbal contract of some form potentially, and potentially some form of lawsuit could be involved? That'd be a messy thing in and of itself, but, you know, it's just terrible. Another driver spotted someone parking in a disabled spot without actually having the car thingy-bob at the front. Basically, they're not meant to be parking there, and their reaction to being told, hey, you shouldn't be parking there, is, well, insane.
You stupid! That's a shame, dear! Shut up, bitch! That's a shame, dear! That's a sign now!
Yes, because on top of the potential charge of parking illegally, you want to cop an assault charge too. This is a person with the IQ higher than that of a cat. Okay, in this clip, a Karen got herself banned from the gym and assumes that it's something to do with her MAGA hat that's making people offended, even though the reason why she's being kicked was made explicitly obvious to her.
Yeah. Planet Fitness telling me I'm banned after paying.
What's up?
I don't know. Tell me.
So we have an alert on your account that there was a ban processed for your membership. We also don't allow recording in the facility, so I am going to have to ask you to stop recording.
I'm going to record it because I've been paying for the past couple months.
And we are going to issue you a full refund, but we also do not allow recording in the facility
right
without
now. You're going to tell me
permission.
why I'm banned.
Because we have, back in the day, I don't remember exactly when it was, but you were arguing and threatening other people, so there was a ban put on the membership.
Arguing and threatening people?
That is what we have in the system. So there's a ban on the membership. We never should have created an account, which is an issue. You know, it was a mistake, but we do have to issue you a full refund, and we do have to cancel your account, and you are not allowed at any of our facilities.
You can give me your full refund, and
we
I'd
will
like
give you
your
a full
name
refund. My name is
written
Chris.
down and banned at Planet Fitness. Judgment free zone, right? Banned at Planet Fitness for wearing a MAGA hat. It's called violation of your constitutional rights. Wearing a MAGA hat, offensive. It's okay. I'll make sure that my my lawyers know that I felt threatened here in the judgment free zone. Better start looking for jobs, buddy.
Are we just going to ignore the fact that you got explicitly told it's because you got involved in multiple arguments and harassing other people inside of the gym and that's why you've been banned? Not because of whatever hat that you're wearing, you fucking moron? How dense and dumb are you? Or maybe you're trying to gaslight yourself into thinking that no, you didn't do anything wrong. You were the perfect human being like you always were. Grow the fuck up. Here we have a guy who's having a bit of a kerfuffle with his manager, the person who's in charge of the apartment complex that he's living in. Clearly there's been multiple issues leading up to this point here, but here we get to see the most recent straw on the camel's back, where he decides to discuss to a potential tenant about his experiences living there.
Place to live? Why? You're gonna evict me? No, you're not, because I got proof.
I don't care. I just heard you tell my client or my future tenant who wants to move in.
Yeah, it's a free country.
It doesn't matter.
It's a free country. You can't evict me. You cannot evict me. I'm not.
That is against a lease violation.
That's not a lease violation. It's a freedom of speech.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, whatever. It's a freedom of speech. You cannot legally evict me for telling somebody not to be here. Nope. Fix the elevators.
Yeah.
Owe us the money that you need to owe us. I gotta pay what? I gotta pay what?
They took it out because you had to pay your back promotions. I guess Ashley didn't tell you.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool. Well, good luck trying to evict me, because you're gonna get sued.
As soon as you have a team of lawyers, you won't be able to sue us.
I will sue you.
Just wait.
I will sue you. Have a great day, Christy.
So I just received a 30-day non-compliance on my door. They said that I was behaving in a loud, obnoxious manner and disturbing or threatening the rights of the comfort, health, safety, or convenience of others. First and foremost, there's nobody in this building. Nobody has rented the building. My neighbors, hella cool with me. I everybody, you feel me? Like, everybody is cool. My neighbor got my back because they straight up lied on my ass yesterday that I cut somebody out, and then we got the whole damn story straight. Now they want to go back and say, oh, well, you're disturbing the peace and other people's safety, this and that, yada, yada, yada. So we're going to give you a 30-day non-compliance. So within that 30 days, I can't complain and shit, or else they're going to evict me. Which would make no damn sense.
You know what's funny? The TikTok account that posted these clips, at least recently, is just now gone. Vanish. Poof. Bye-bye. Maybe those lawyers that the woman was talking about in the first clip actually came to haunt him and removed everything that he said about the situation. Granted, though, it's now out on the internet, been circulated by multiple channels like mine, so it's not really gone. It's going to linger around and be a continuous nonsense for quite a while until it vanishes again. I don't know. It's a very intriguing situation here, considering it's like, yeah, I would imagine that any real estate agent or owner or landlord would be a bit peeved off if you get rid of a prospective tenant because you tell them your experiences, and most of them are bad experiences. I can definitely get that they would be pretty annoyed at that. But at the same time, where's the saying, Lisa, that you can't tell your honest opinion about the experiences in an apartment complex? Maybe some leases have that, others don't. It's one of those weird oddities. Here we watch as the neighbor isn't exactly happy about the welcome mat that this person's chosen to use out the front of their home. And for context, the mat says, "Be a good neighbor and stay the F over there." That's all it is. Here's the clips.
How can I help you?
Look, I'm not trying to be ugly, and I'm not trying to cause any scene with you whatsoever. We live in a family environment here. I have children here too. To me, having the F word on your doormat is not respectful of anyone that lives here.
And it's not respectful of you to touch my property. It's not bothering anybody. I have my neighbors across the hall.
I'll pay you for your mat. I will pay you for your mat, but get that out of here. I don't know what made you change it to something so ugly as that, but I'm not gonna. No, that's not the environment.
I've heard you stand in front of my Ring doorbell and talk about me, which was inappropriate of you. When you know.
What did I say about you? I haven't said anything about
ma'am, you can lie to Jesus Christ if you feel that is the truth. I don't care. You have talked about me in front of my Ring doorbell. I have proof of it. I have no reason to lie on you, make anything up on you, ma'am. So please, you could just move away from my door. Do not touch anything. You have been reported to the office. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Get a life.
You get a life, you mad old hag. You don't. Apparently you don't, you old heifer. Get on up them steps.
I'm done with that crap. I just flipped it and he got me on his ring time. That's fine.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you pick my rug back? Can you pick my rug back up? Because I saw that you flipped it over earlier. It was not bothering you or anyone.
Sir, I don't think it's appropriate.
It does not matter.
I live here. This is a.
It does not matter what you deem appropriate. Nobody else has said anything about it. That does not give you the right to touch anything on my damn porch. You can go up there and tell your goddamn husband to come see me when I come home. I'll be home at 5:30. Make sure you out. Make sure you're there, ma'am, so you come down and talk. Take your shake ass upstairs.
I'm two ways about this one. I get it a little bit, just the whole, if you do have kids around this apartment complex on a regular, yeah, maybe having the F word on a welcome mat isn't exactly the greatest of ideas, but at the end of the day, they've probably heard worse at the schools they go to, and they probably use those words far more commonly at the schools they go to, because it's just how life goes, you know? I don't think it's worth the hassle about. Like, yeah, they're Matt Starks. That's all there is to it. No need to cause a hassle with the neighbors about it. No need to do this. No need to do that. If it's really that much of a problem, complain to the people who own the apartment complex, unless they own their own apartments, and that'd be funny. It's just like one of those things where, boo-hoo. Move on. Here we have the classic egotistical madman angry customer going off at an employee, asking him to come outside so he can fight him because he's just doing his job.
Huh? I was already leaving, bro. Yeah, don't get aggressive with me, bro. And I see you coming up too, bro. Ain't nobody finna threaten me, bro. I'm already leaving, bro. I'm already walking out. I'm already gonna leave. Some guy. I'm not here for that.
I don't got my gun.
You're not. Whatever, bro. You ain't nobody gonna do nothing. You straight up, bro. Walk around. You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna. No, you're not tough. You ain't gonna do a thing. You definitely know me out. You ain't. You walk up to me like this. Like this. I apologize. Look, you're cool. You're being caught. That is so good. We're all over the place. Alright? Tough guy, come outside then, tough guy. Shit, you talk shit where you feel safe at. I'm right here, dog.
You know, one day I just want this type of person to have a worker actually accept their plight and then get knocked out by that worker. Yes, it's going to cause a litany of other problems for that guy, but you know what? Sometimes these people deserve a piece of humble pie. Well, it'd be served in a knuckle sandwich, but yeah, same difference. In this clip here, we've got a guy who is attempting to get a thing called as a pup cup from McDonald's, and I don't know one way or another how he even got here in the first place. It seemed like he was offering to pay for it, but they refused to make it for him. So escalations continue because, you know, he refuses to move on. They want him gone. And eventually the police are called. Here's the clips.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, please.
I'm doing a video.
I'm gonna need you to leave, sir.
Why was the reasoning why you won't give me a pup cup?
We're not allowed to do pup cups.
Yes, you are. I come here 2-3 times a week, every week, and get a pup cup. Every time I come here.
They're not supposed to do pup cups. If they're doing it, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Do you not understand? It's just a little cup of whipped cream.
Sir, I need you to leave, please.
Why won't you give me a pup cup?
Because we do not do pup cups at this establishment.
Bullshit. Came here yesterday and got a pup cup.
Somebody hand me the phone, please. Call the police.
She's calling the police because I want a pup cup. Let's see what the police have to say because a person wants a pup cup. Seriously, you're calling the police because someone wants a pup cup. That's absolutely absurd. It's absolutely ridiculous. Cassopolis, Michigan. No, that's absolutely ridiculous. All you have to do is put some goddamn whipped cream in a cup, and so that my dog can have a pup cup. And I was paying for it. I asked to pay for it. You McDonald's people need to start, like, come on now. It's a freaking pup cup. Arrogant McDonald's manager right there. Right there. Cassopolis, Michigan. I'm going to corporate with this. McDonald's doesn't support dogs, but you want me to round up to support the freaking kids every time I come here? It's a little bit of whipped cream in a cup, and I'm paying for it. It's a pup cup. Quit being so stubborn. Just give me a freaking pup cup. This could all be averted with a little bit of whipped cream in a cup for my dog. This is why America's going to people like you. We don't do pup cups. I came here 2-3 times a week and get a pup cup. Tell me I can't get a pup cup. Wait till you lose your job when I send this to corporate. I'm waiting till the police get here. Not much, man. It really didn't need to escalate like this, but I'm only recording for my safety and because of what they're doing. But I come here 2-3 times a week, almost every day. And I just asked, I was like, hey, I bring my dog because she gets excited every time I come to McDonald's because I get her a little pup cup. I literally asked if I can.
Let me just talk to him for a second.
I literally just came up to the window. I was like, hey, can I pay for a pup cup, just a little cup of whipped cream? And she's like, no, we don't do that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I came here yesterday and got a pup cup. I'm like, what's the big deal? It's just a little whipped cream in a little cup. And she's sitting there making a big deal saying, we don't do pup cups. You need to leave. I want you to leave. I'm like, hold on. I'm going to pull up my phone. I'm like, you guys are really refusing to give me a pup cup for 35 cents that, it shouldn't be asking. And she's like, I'm calling the cops if you don't leave. I said, go ahead and call the cops because I want to document this because they're calling the cops on a paying customer that comes here regularly.
We're just out here to keep the peace.
That's what I want.
You said you were screaming at him and yelling at him and videotaping and...
I wasn't screaming or yelling. Arrogant McDonald's manager right there. Just give me a freaking pup cup. This is why America's going to people like you. I'm gonna send the video to corporate.
Is he good with you? He's good with me. Okay, man. You're banned. Find another place.
That's cool.
I don't know if
I won't come back here.
I appreciate that because I understand your part, but I don't want to see you being the aggressor and coming back.
Absolutely.
All right, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Fist bump. All right.
Fist bump works.
Man, genuinely speaking, I get it. If you got this item previously on multiple other occasions, then I get it. But at the same time, it's one of those things, they're not giving it to you now. The manager said no. I don't get why you don't just move on with your day. I don't see why it's worth the effort to waste your time and energy to continue to argue about a cup of whipped cream. If you're that desperate to get a cup of whipped cream for your dog, just go to your local supermarket and get a can of that stuff. It's like $4 or $5 maybe. Like, yeah, it's not from Macca's, it's not the 35 cents, it's not as easy, but at the end of the day, if you really want it, you may as well save yourself the time and effort of dealing with whatever this mess was. It's just like, I don't get why I don't get why the manager was so upset about this, and I also don't get why you were so pushy about it to the point where you started going off at the manager for not doing it's just a question of why. Just why. It's just like, at some point you've just got to learn to just choose not to escalate a problem that is ultimately very silly and not really something worth your time and effort, like this one here. But clearly that's not the case for you. Here we have a police officer that's pulled someone over and doesn't exactly understand the exact way to operate a traffic stop.
You can't ask for a license unless you state the reason you pulled me over, sir.
Yeah.
You have to state the reason you pulled me over first. What's the reason you pulled me over? What's the reasoning?
You're going to show me your license.
Okay, but you have to tell me the reasoning for pulling me over.
You're not in charge.
Look, is this a traffic stop?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so if this is a traffic stop,
You're not,
then what is the reasoning?
License.
Listen, what's the reasoning for the traffic stop?
Just hang on right here just a second.
Okay. There's got to be a reasoning when you state a traffic stop, sir. There's a reasoning for it. I understand that I'm not in charge. Nobody's in charge.
You don't have any reason.
Nobody's in charge. You're not in charge. I'm not in charge. Nobody.
I'm pretty sure I turned my lights on and you pulled over, correct?
Yeah.
So somebody.
Because you're a servant of the law.
You're
a servant of the law. So what is the reason that for the stoppage? That's what I want to understand.
You just hold on just a minute. You'll find out.
I'll hold on. I'll be glad to.
I got some help coming.
Okay, cool.
Help for what? What type of hell are you talking about? Sir? What type of hell are you talking about? I can't hear you.
What type of help are you talking about?
Oh, I got the officer that's going to talk to you coming.
Okay, cool.
Who?
Yeah, what's the reasoning for pulling over though? What's the reasoning?
He'll tell you.
I want you to tell me because you're the one that stopped me.
He asked me to
You know
pull
what
you
you're doing right now is illegal, right?
He asked me to pull you over.
Oh, he asked you to?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Who asked him, Bobby?
Who asked you? Who's who?
I'll let him explain to you.
What's your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Mathis, badge number is 4.
Okay.
Hey, can I see the badge number, please?
Can I see it, sir? Okay. Yeah, because you know when you stop somebody and you ask them for licensing, you have to have reasoning behind it, you know?
Okay.
Or it's against their constitutional right.
What law school did you go to? Does this guy know that you don't need to go to a law school to understand the law? You know, that isn't information that's just hidden from the public and you have to go to a law school to. No. All of your laws are kind of there for you to go discover on your own, to go find out if you look into it. So, and it's not that hard to look into it. Heck, as a foreigner, someone who lives in a completely different country, I can still make searches to look into laws in America. It's not that hard, buddy. And also, if the other guy asked you to pull him over, why wasn't the other guy who knows the reasoning for this out here dealing with this supposed traffic stop? Why did he let you go in blind, not knowing why you stopped them? Like, that just seems so dumb. Just so dumb. Here we have a pair who have completely missed their flight, and so rather than accepting that, oops, we stuffed up and maybe find a way to delay the flight, let's start yelling at the people who would be able to help us with that situation. Because that's a great idea.
I'm a military person. I don't start trouble with people.
I understand that, but it was already.
Can I please go on my flight? I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Plane is still right here. You didn't even try to ask anybody, man. You sitting right here not doing nothing. Ask somebody first. Do that. You talk about go ask somebody on the flight. Go ask somebody. Do that. All that money be paid in the plane. Ask somebody. No, that. Sir, you talk about, hey, go ask somebody. He got it. He got to ask somebody. Ask somebody first. I understand that. Don't just say no. Don't just say no. All that money we spend, go ask somebody first.
You know, usually if you talk to these staff nicely, let them know what's happened, exactly why you're late and all these other reasons, I'm sure they would have been able to find a way to get you on the next available flight where they would have had a position to get you on. But unfortunately, I doubt they're going to be too willing to help you in the situation, considering that you're doing exactly this. You're going off of them. You're yelling at them because apparently it's their fault they didn't quadruple 5 times check you, to potential check you're here before they let the flight go. There's only so many times they can check these type of things, you know? Here we have someone who's trying to chase down a rental car for some insurance reasons, and what's happened here is that the husband came in first and wasn't able to get any answers, so the wife decides to come in and do things her way. Here's the clip.
Is there a manager here? Yeah, that would be me. Okay, I called earlier and I spoke to somebody and they said to be here at 5:30. Okay, and you guys are saying there's no reservation. Another thing is I wouldn't have this issue when I called, literally, and calling from 5 o'clock till I drove here and nobody's answering the phone. When we pulled up, it's clearly not busy. She wasn't even in here.
Okay.
So why is that though?
Okay, first of all, you need to stop yelling at me.
I want answers. I'm not yelling. I'm
You are
upset.
yelling,
Okay?
Yeah, that's not gonna get you anywhere. Yelling.
Okay, who's your manager? Because I'm gonna go above you. Because it's not lunchtime right now.
Okay, you need to calm down.
You need to mind your own business.
How can I mind my business when you're
screaming.
Who is your manager?
You don't talk to no.
That's perfect. Get out.
You don't talk to people like this.
I'm not gonna get out. When I want, because we have responsibilities as well.
That's
okay.
fine, but you yelling at me does nothing.
I want to know about my reservation.
And we want you to shut up. You need to calm down.
Somebody to come to the Enterprise by Meyer.
You don't talk to workers like this.
I'm not getting answers here. Yes, I need a police officer here. Thank you.
Well, you'll get charged for wasting their time.
Mind your own business.
No.
Do that.
Don't talk to my customers like that. If you have an issue, you step outside of my building. Then be quiet.
I'm not stepping outside.
Then be quiet.
Give us answers.
I don't have any answers for you because the way you speak to people is not okay.
You guys didn't give my husband any answers. You guys
He didn't
come
ask us any
outside.
questions. Your husband was in here quiet as day.
He was.
Your issue was not with me. Your issue is with your husband.
It's Enterprise by Myers, please. I need a police officer here. Police officer, please. Thank you. She's saying that you said nothing to her. You didn't ask her nothing.
I'm sorry. I'm just protecting you, and I don't got time for bullshit.
Yeah, it's
so
unnecessary.
yeah.
It's the Enterprise next to Myers on Harlem.
I'm trying to issue refund.
I came here. I'm really upset. I'm not yelling. This is my tone of voice. It's not any higher, not any lower. This is my tone of voice.
You know what makes this all funny? Well, not really, especially for the people who just had to brunt all that. It turns out it was the insurance company that had failed to communicate to the rental company that, hey, these people need a rental car on us because their car's having some issues or something on those lines, I would be assuming. But the insurance company had failed to let the rental company know about that. So yeah, that's great. What a great way to treat people. No human empathy whatsoever. Just scream and shout and hope you get what you want. As I said before, there's usually two types of lawyers. The lawyers that actually care about doing their job and actually care about doing good in the world, and the lawyers that take their position very seriously and are extraordinarily entitled to implementing what they do to the people around them. Here's someone who's the latter, at least when they're drunk, because she's come over to her neighbor's house because apparently she's been too loud in the middle of the day.
Hey guys. I'm not trying to open up your door, dude.
Who is you?
I'm just at your door.
Okay, how can I help you?
You guys are screaming so loud, the whole neighborhood, 911. The cops are about to call in. I don't want to do that.
I don't give a we is at our house, lady. Don't you dare come to my house. Go on and get on.
No. I'm not trying to be that.
No. What you doing over here? No. Don't touch my door.
Sweetie, look at me.
I don't care. What is y'all doing over here? We is in our home that we own, and my family is having a good time. What the hell you doing at my door? You get your drunk ass away from my door. Yes, you. Hold on.
Okay. I'm a criminal defense attorney.
I don't give a who you ain't. You slurring like that, you ain't not a criminal offense attorney.
Do your job.
Go ahead.
What is y'all calling the police for?
But why are you calling the police anyway? Why you talking about
because you're yelling by.
It doesn't matter. We're not. Hey, hold on.
Have your husband on the next block.
Mario,
don't worry about it.
Mario, hold on. Mario,
go.
Mario,
get off. Go.
Mario,
grab Mario. No, don't grab me for shit. You get your drunk ass on. You too, go.
No, you're on my property. You're trespassing. Get off my property.
Man, the amount of when I was first watching this, the amount of uncontrollable laughter I had when I saw the walker poke out the door, and then the old lady comes walking out, then another person comes walking out. It's just like the entire family's just like, what in the world's going on out there? I must go see what's going on. It's just crazy. But yeah, that drunk lawyer seems a bit. That's just a very wacky thing to do. Like, I get it, day drinking's fun and all, but maybe you should stay in your house when you're doing that, because you seem to do very, very stupid things when you're intoxicated like that. And I do mean very stupid. Like, seriously complaining about a family laughing too loud in broad daylight? But like, the police won't take you seriously unless you make up some lies about some screaming or stuff along those lines. Then maybe they might. I don't know. So this person's left their dog in their car, right? Right? That's usually something it's not good to do. But in this case, they've left their aircon in their car, so dog should be fine, theoretically. Anyway, an unhappy person has seen the dog in the car, hasn't really investigated too much further to see if the car's actually on or not, and is now going up to go off at the person who supposedly owns the car.
How about you mind your business, Karen? Really? Why don't you do yourself a favor, go walk by it and see if it's turned on or not.
What, the air conditioning? You can't even do that.
Really?
There's a new law in Pennsylvania.
Well, I don't live in Pennsylvania. I'm just driving through.
Right.
Bye.
Take your clothes out. Take your dogs out. You can have them out.
Really? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can have them out. You can have them.
Thank you. You're right. Yeah. It's none of your business. Go call them. I can't wait. Call them. Call them. Call them so you can look like a asshole.
I mean, you're the one who's going to get cited.
I'm not going to get cited for shit because I'm leaving right now. Stupid. Yeah, but Karen, get lost. Bye, Karen.
You know, I can't knock you for leaving the dog with the aircon in there. That doesn't seem... in my opinion, I don't think that's that much of a problem, as long as it's only like in a short dose and you go over there and give the dog water after you're done or something along those lines. But I think it's more of a question of like, I hope that you either have the second set of keys, so one key's in the car and you've locked the doors with the other one so no one can actually get in and steal the car easily, or there's something else that allows you to have the aircon on but still have the car locked and you're able to get back into the car, no problems asked. On her way out from a Coca-Cola store, her son gets pulled aside by a security guard because the security guard assumes that we got told that this person apparently stole something from the store. And you know, the mother being a mother was not happy about this accusation and it unfolds into this mess.
Where's the manager?
If I could just see a receipt for the items you guys
Well,
got.
why was he said that he didn't pay for it? Who said that he didn't?
I just need to see a receipt.
No, who said that he didn't? Because he said that someone said he stole it.
They said that you guys walked right past. It was our person at the front. If I could see a receipt.
No.
They would have been given you a receipt.
They didn't give a receipt.
They would have given you a receipt.
It's on there.
It would have given you a receipt.
That's not his fault if he didn't take it and they charged him for it.
They always give a receipt. It's our policy to give a receipt.
It is on his thing.
Okay, then we could go and check the
then
register at the
it.
front. Well, you could come with us then.
I'm following you, bitch. I know where to go.
Up here. You guys just walk from the front. You know where to go. Let's go. Come on.
Then call the police. No, did you just... You see it right here.
I need to see a receipt.
Coca-Cola, Las Vegas, 2:54 p.m. Check your time.
I need to see a receipt.
This is his receipt.
I need to see a physical receipt.
This is his receipt. Then you go up there and you get it. You go up there and I'm not going anywhere. You go up there and you accused him.
Alondra,
you go
I need
get
you to
it.
the front, please. Alondra, now.
Scoot over here. You go get it. You accused him. You go get it.
I'm not accusing you of anything.
No, you had him to stop him in front of everyone and embarrass him, saying that he stole something.
I just need to see a receipt. No one said anything about stealing anything.
He said that he had.
I need to see a receipt.
No, he told him that he could not leave the store. I don't care. I do not care. You told him to stop him because he stole something, and he did not. He did not. He did not. He has his receipt on his phone. So you go get a receipt.
I need you to do a receipt.
He ain't doing shit. He just showed you. He just showed you. How much more receipt do you need? $9.31. Here this shit is right here. $9.31. So you're holding him hostage.
Not doing nothing.
No, you are. He stopped him and told him he could not leave the store because he stole something.
They don't have a receipt.
Here's his. They didn't give him one. He paid for it. So what do you want him to do?
Oh, which cash rep did you get it, girl?
I don't. Whatever. Right there, the first one. Number 1. And what is your name? Victoria. And what is your name, sir? No, you do. You just stopped him. You held him hostage. You told him that he could not leave this store. So what is your name? You told my son that he could not leave this store. You told him that he could not leave this store. I don't give a what you don't want to hear. It is what it is. It is what it is. You held him hostage in this store. No.
I'm sorry about that.
I need more information because this dude kept my child over in the corner and said, no, you can't leave because you just stole items out of this store.
Yeah, I apologize for that. I'm gonna get you on a
And then she decided she wanted to make a big issue, like, no, y'all head up to the office. And he's sitting up here saying, no, I
didn't say nothing about it.
Yes, you did. Or up to the front. I don't give a shit. Office, front, whatever. Register, however you want to sum it up. Thank you. Goodbye.
You know, toting a store policy that we always give receipts, that's our store policy, is kind of silly because I can tell you from experience that when it comes to smaller purchases, even if the receipt is always printed no matter what and the customer should always take it, it's about a 50-50 chance on they actually take the receipt or not, or just leave it behind and you have to deal with the rubbish that's been created by said receipt. When they're doing large purchases, you just throw the receipt in the bag and be done with it and you don't even need to hand it to them. But smaller purchases, like we can clearly tell from this one because it's so cheap, it's like a bottle of Coke or something along those lines, the receipt probably wouldn't have been taken by the customer, and I can guarantee you that happens on a regular basis. And I'm sorry, but the receipt in their bank saying that yes, they did make a transaction at this store at the appropriate time, that makes sense, that's a proper receipt of them making that purchase. I don't know why this person is like, nope, I don't accept that. I need to see a physical receipt, even though the bank detail says, yes, they made that purchase. Like, it's really, really stupid, this entire thing. Comes off like they're in too deep and they don't want to be wrong, so they're going to keep trying to make it so they're right. The person behind the camera here wants to get a refund for their pizza because apparently it's nasty, stale, and old, and all the other descriptions along those lines. But this Little Caesars refuses to give them a refund. Have a look at this.
I don't want nothing. I want my money back.
No, I'm not doing nothing and nothing.
Why are you not giving my money back for this old ass, nasty ass pizza?
I can make you another pizza, or you can come back in the morning.
Then you can make me another pizza, I guess.
Okay, he just said he ain't authorized to do it. Y'all don't listen.
Oh, the manager ain't authorized to do it.
No, I'm not.
I didn't ask you. I said the manager. Why you sit here yelling? We listen it very well. We hear that you said, I asked you to remake the pizza. Well, he can't give me my money back and I'm not coming back.
He just wants the, she just wants the.
It cannot be refunded unless you come back in the morning.
I don't understand why, but okay. Just a cheese. Just a cheese.
No, it's not an online. They ordered in the office.
This is bullshit. Look, let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Nasty ass, old ass pizza they trying to give to somebody and they can't even give a refund.
Is it just me, or when she showed the cheese pizza that looked perfectly fine and dandy, like there wasn't really much wrong with it? I do agree that, yeah, I don't get why they're so hesitant to give a refund here. I do understand that they're most likely a franchise and they do run on very thin margins in the first place, but sometimes it's not worth the hassle to deal with just people like this. That pizza did look perfectly fine. If she's giving you the entire thing back with no problems other than that, then I don't know. It's a bit of a tough one there, but it's just insane that this is how people act sometimes. Like, that pizza, as I said, looked perfectly normal to me. It might not have been. I don't know. Moving on.